Oh yeah, that's for the buff. I forgot. Let's go do this first.
Tekla, you look like you wrestled a bear. Is something wrong?
Gods, Eivor, I was robbed on the road between here and Lincoln.
By who? Did you get a good look at them?
They were Saxons, I know that much. A pack of them lifted 4 barrels of my ale and all the coin I had on me. The biggest one pulled me off my horse and stuck his mouth in my ear, said, "Tell Guthban we expected him home soon."
Guthban? That's Battlebone in the Saxon tongue. Are you sure?
That's what he said. It's not someone here, is it?
Not that I know of.
I do not begrudge us taking in orphans, Eivor, but some of these Saxons, we hardly know them. You ought to ask around.
A good idea. You take care of yourself. Let me see to this.
Thank you, Eivor.
Oh, we gotta ask around here. Okay. 1 kilogram of kilogram cube. Am I getting that right? Tungsten is only $169.
Message has come.
Oh, for the doorstop, you mean? Completed my manuscript regarding the particular series of incidents we encountered in East Angelia, I think. Closes a copy for your perusal. As to your quest, names and deeds have been changed in the creation of a legend which shall invigorate our nation. Okay.
An inspiring tale. Far more fitting than that terrible day. At least you changed my name. And she got a dragon in. Always with the dragons.
Oh, that was the legend of the... Still need to do some stuff on the settlement, but other than that, we're pretty much good. Due to its density? Maybe. Oh, did I miss something in here? What did I miss? Oh, no, it's on the outside. Hang on. Isn't there a door there?
Admitted, Alvis. I am the superior wordsmith.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that. Square a circle.
Rowan.
Ah, Eivor. How's the day, my friend?
I'm well, Rowan. I had only a small question. Do you know anyone named Guthban?
Guthban? Nothing comes to mind. Should I?
It is not a question of should.
Ah. Is it a horse?
No, it's,
A lover?
No, Rowan, it's no one.
You came here to ask me about no one.
Thank you for your time.
How's your raven doing today?
Guess we gotta go to like every one of the locations or close to it. I don't think I have enough for this, right? Ew. Got 5 resources.
Octavian.
Ah, salve, Eivor. How are you?
Well, thank you. A question. Does the name Guthban mean anything to you?
Guthban. It's not Latin, is it?
It is a name, I think, but no face comes to mind. I fear it may be a moniker, a false name.
So you came to me? Why would you come to me about a false name? Do you think my name is false?
No. Is it?
I am Octavian. I've always been Octavian. Now, please, Eivor, this is not a good time for me. I am terribly busy. Good day.
Hey, bye. Where's the last place we need to go here?
Nonsense! It is not that complicated.
You do not appreciate the subtleties of a cutting flight. That is why you misunderstand.
Oh, okay. Almost tripped over the stairs.
Tarbin, do you have a second? I was wondering if...
I am Guthban, Eivor. It means battlebone. Not the name of a cheery baker, is it?
Not one who bakes bread, no. So, how did you earn this name?
Before I came here, I lived another life. A brutal, bloody life.
Now you
I
bake bread.
served with a gang of mercenaries. I was their weapon, roaming the wilds of England. Did whatever they asked of me, and all they asked was violence. When I left, I laid this sword on the grass and made a vow. I swore never to spill another drop of blood, to abandon acts of violence, to never kill again.
A hard promise for a hard man.
It wasn't, not for me. This life here is all I've ever wanted. I've never been more at peace. This is my doing. I brought all this upon you. It is down to me to fix it.
Tarbin, by threatening you, they threaten my clan. I cannot allow that.
These men are foul, Eivor. You should not have to fight my battles for me.
Do you not hear me, Tarbin? If they threaten you, they threaten me. So let us face them, together.
Very well. Meet me outside when you're ready. I believe I know where they will be.
Alright. Oh, hold on, you got snacks? Ooh. No, where's this? How does the bread guy not have snacks? Come on.
If you wish to face your old friends, I'm ready when you are.
Good. I'll lead the way.
I mean, I would hope you would. Yeah, buddy.
I want you to know. Should it come to blows with my old crew, I can handle it myself. Forgiving me is all the work you need to do.
There's nothing to forgive. You walked away. They pursued. My axe abide.
Same wolf.
Do what must be done to protect my clan.
That is why you misunderstand.
No, this is the Mount Wolf, Flynn. Yeah, if you could call this thing in, this would be like a
Tell me
tank
what I
for
should
you.
expect here. Will they attack us on sight?
I shouldn't think so. No. Nothing like that. It's not how Wilf operates. Yes, he's a clever one. And rather kind when you meet him. Makes you feel like you're a friend. Family. I met him a decade ago, and he was the first person
There we go.
to truly welcome me. To see some value in me. He told me I had a gift. For intimidation. Persuasion. Violence.
Yeah, you can get this at the horse vendor.
He knew how to use
And then you can train them out too, which is cool. That's why the stamina bar, oh, you guys can't see the stamina bar. It's a little blue bar in the bottom left corner. Okay, we're not going the right way. And yeah, and then you can train them out to swim, have more health, all that stuff. Which is nice, considering the scale of this game. And how frequently you're running in and out of water.
So what do they want from you now?
They'll want me back. They'll want me to be the man they think I am. Monstrous and massive.
Jeez, man, look at that. That is one hell of a view.
But their love was conditional. Wilf only loves what he owns.
So what do you intend?
I know I won't go back. I don't want more blood on my hands. But apart from that, it's hard to say. Who knows what they have in mind?
I wonder where they'll go next with Assassin's Creed. I was looking up some stuff online to see, like, obviously feudal Japan. People want feudal Japan. That's like the #1 request. Some people said like the Wild West though, and I just like I was reading an article and one of the suggestions was the Wild West, and I can't see that. It's like I feel like I'd be playing Red Dead Redemption or something. World War II would be an interesting one, I think, but maybe the period around the Cuban Missile Crisis too, something like that. If you really wanted to go modern, see how that plays out. Speed bump. That's not a snack. That better be there when I get back.
We're stopping.
That house, there. They're likely within. It won't look like much, Eivor. But don't be fooled. And don't take Wilf lightly, charming as he seems. The man is a serpent.
I've met plenty of charmers who turned out to be snakes.
I know. Only a warning. Let's go inside.
He's gonna woo for the entire time, isn't he? Yep. No. Okay. That was just weird. This guy.
Gotham, my boy, as I live and breathe, you got my message. And you brought a friend. Who might you be, Dane? His new leash?
I am Eivor, and the woman you robbed was one of my clan. That will not stand.
I know. I'm busted up about it.
Oh, but you will be.
Tekla, was it? Tell her that her ale is some of the finest we've tasted.
Huh.
I am done with you, Wilf.
But we are not done with you, boy. We gave you food, shelter, ale to drink, riches galore. We made you who you are.
For all you did for him, he repaid you with blood and sweat. Did he not?
You're a fiery one, I like that. But the ink was dried on this deal well before your number arrived in England. If you wish to clear Tarbin's name, I'm happy to help with that. It's only a small matter of cost. Some weeks back, soldiers confiscated my personal wares, shall we say. Tried to confiscate me as well, but I gave them the slip. If you're keen, you could recover my belongings and return them to me. Do that, and your name is clear.
I can't. I promised myself I would leave all this behind. But
If it will clear Tarbin's name, we will recover what is yours. Where are these soldiers?
Camped not far to the west. A battalion of bloated, brainwashed military men. You can't miss it for the smell.
wait here then. We will return before you sprout another pair of horns.
God go with you, Eivor.
You found it!
I did. Let's bring this back to Wilf.
You
Hey.
handled that better than I would have.
Don't eat him. Relax. Stay over
Is this
here.
the sort of work you did with Wilf and your
I
family
like your way of
marauders?
thinking, though.
A quick robbery like this? That was the least of our work. We stole from the poor, killed the helpless.
Yeah, I guess when I was exploring, I got it.
Turned.
We have your goods.
Beautiful.
Part of the reason why I do the exploring.
The ledger.
Of course. Happy to honor it. My goodness, such a lack of trust these days. It's a dark age, no mistake.
That's it then. We're done?
Aye. You are free to walk from this place and live as Tarbin the boring bread maker for the rest of your days.
Please hit him.
But you, Eivor, if you ever get tired of the settled life, we could always use a thief with your skills. Think about it.
Okay, dude. Simple no would have done just fine, but alright. Yeah, see? He's a little temperamental. I left you outside for 10 seconds. You duplicated yourself? I'm impressed. You guys don't need this stuff, right? Probably should go. Oh, we just gotta escort him back. I have a feeling we're gonna get jumped on the way back. I'm taking the one I parked out here first. There's 3 of these. There's 3 of them. Okay, dude. Imagine they all start riding with me. That'd be awesome. Alright, so we gotta take them back.
Tarbin, are you satisfied?
Yes. I cannot thank you enough, Eivor.
Come on, dude.
I feared the worst when I heard my old moniker, Guthrum. Hadn't...
Is there anything else that I needed to steal back there? Where am I? I guess there is, technically. Should we go back and get it? Yeah, why not?
Dredges up fearful memories.
I imagine. How did you...
Hang on.
I imagine.
Something else
How
in
did you
there.
fall in with that bunch?
Hold on.
After my mother died, I sought family. Will Bob, he looked at me, took me in and told me who I was. Who I could be. I don't crave that belonging.
You're doing some weird mumblings.
Among you lot, people accept me as I am. The greatest gift I ever got. Peace.
It's cool that you see some of
Many
your
men are
guys
calm
around
because
here.
They've never known a storm. You weathered the storm and worked through it. That is a rare thing.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Go!
Up and over. 3 mounts. A World of Warcraft player would be like, that's child's play. 3 mounts. I have like... How many mounts are in the game now? Jeez. And wow, there's got to be over 600 mounts. There has to be now. Like, how many years has the game been out? 15, 16? That seems about right to me. That there's like... I'd say between... It's got to be between 600 and 800 mounts in World of Warcraft. $852? That was pretty close. You're gonna... Oh, cool, he follows. Nice. I just take him back to his shop, right? I'm guessing.
You really think flighting can compare to sagas, to true poetry?
Compare.
Yeah!
It's good to be home again. That is, if I haven't robbed myself of the pleasure of calling it home.
Tarban, in spite of all, you're welcome here. And you owe us nothing but the work you love.
Right. Payment in fresh loaves of bread.
Yes.
I can manage that.
Yep.
But first, one scrap of your past remains.
Right. The ledger.
Toss it, and purge the past.
With pleasure.
So what would you like to see as a in the next Assassin's Creed game, Tlin? Like, what's your go-to historical reference that you really want to see? Does nothing, I guess. What's the point of this? If I guess maybe if one's slower than the other. No thoughts or preferences for the next AC game? Alright. Fair. I mean, I guess? Got... Ooh, okay, this is like evasion. Alright, cool. More melee damage. What's this one? Brush with death. Dodging just before an attack lands and grants your heightened senses. Oh, this could be super helpful. Okay. Yeah, that's nice, actually. It kind of slows it down for a little bit. Okay. Got this guy. Just making sure. I'm probably just going to try to wrap this tree up. Stun. That, but... Okay, this is poison. Arrow reinforcement? With this skill, loosed arrows will never break and may be collected from falling enemies. Oh, man, I wish I found out about this earlier. Alright, let's just... I'll wrap this up with this guy. And we gotta do... this one. There's like one other lingering one, I think, right? For the tree. Yeah, I was trying to remember which ones that I saw that were kind of interesting. It was, jeez, let me think. That was from before, I'm pretty sure. It was, the suggestions were like feudal Japan being number 1, World War II. Somebody suggested the Civil War. The Wild West was another one.
Oh, look at you, Chewie.
Can I pet Chewie? I can't pet Chewie, come on. Oh. Is there another quest here somewhere? We have this quest. We have... I think that's it for right now, right? This area. I'm not sure what historical period I'd like to see next. Rome was suggested again. I don't know if they'd continue that out from like Odyssey and you play a female character in that sense.
Ah, glad to see you made it, Chelbat.
It has been done before,
He was
though.
a good guide and even better company.
Sure.
He told me some incredible stories. The best ones were about you.
Hopefully nothing too embarrassing.
There were a few gems.
Not to interrupt, Eivor, but what of Leicestershire?
The Alliance is one. The sons of Ragnar are friends to our clan.
Glad to hear it. Well done to you both. Eivor, a word of note. Someone has set up shop outside. A trader, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I met him. Redda. A strange young man, but somehow charming. He will make for fine company, I think.
I look forward to knowing him better.
You have not been long in England, have you? I see by this.
Oh, so that.
Mercia.
Give it time, little lord.
Wessex untouched, Northumbria barren. You still have much to see.
Yes, it is a work in progress.
Okay. Did I talk to her again?
Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I want to see the Alliance map.
So where do we go next? This is us. Oh, I see. Wait, these are alliances, or what are these? Where's England? That increase the settlement? Is that what that means? Yeah, more. Okay, so 250. We can't do that yet. This though. No.
Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago, but it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asked that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the North Gate and start asking around.
Should be able to get this pretty easy.
I will.
Good. I await your return.
Safe travels.
And don't be plotting while I'm away. Does she have something else to say? Yeah, we're
I
good.
should go.
Can you do more than one at once? Uh-oh, we're stuck. Unstuck. Can I move? Thank you. Alright, we're not gonna talk to her again because the game's being weird right now. Alright. Oh yeah, the other one was the Mayan Aztecs. Mayan. I can't remember if they're two. I think they are two separate. Well, that time period. Maybe the Mayan and the Aztec period. Okay, now that she said something, does he have anything for sale?
What do you have to...
Ew.
I will see...
Go with your gods.
Oh, we're going south. South. Helps that I explored the place. For sure.
Lucky me. Was looking for you. I have some contracts if you don't mind getting your hands dirty.
Oh, this kid has daily quests too. Alright, we're not doing that right now.
So come back anytime.
Alright. See what the horse trainer has over here, if anything.
Come, see my wares.
Oh, we're good on the training.
Looking around.
New horses, but nothing too crazy. I just like the wolf. If they gave armor to the wolf, like that would be my next mount. No kidding.
I must be on my way now.
That would be 100% the next one I get. There's a key over here. There's a merchant down here too. Go scope out the key. Oh, snake. Dead snake. Always snakes, man, I swear. Alright, so we got the mysterious key. Okay. There's a lot of stuff here to unpack. A door here somewhere, maybe? So there's bad guys here, but then what's the quest is up here? Is this under me? That's in here, but I don't want to deal with these guys right now. Let's go check out the quest first, and then I'll go deal with those doofuses back there. I'm sure that'll be part of the quest, like rid them of that problem. I wonder what's going on with the audio. Seems kind of jacked up for some reason. I don't know why. Like I'm getting background audio for some reason.
Might find an official worth his salt here.
I beg patience, all. We'll have this wreck cleaned up in no time. Keep it steady, huh?
Hey, where are Master Ame?
You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
Who governs this burr? I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Good and fair Dane come to London 4 year back.
Trigger?
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner of knavery. Stow!
Oh, this guy's hammered. Oh, what the hell?
Avgos wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
Yeah, let's go.
They're talking.
Gentlemen, the farmers of Mercia have paid their burden already. If Avgos wants more, he can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant. And if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
I hit him. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He can handle himself. All right. Let me in this. Come on.
Is this kind of noise coming to London?
Especially this guy. No, this one's mine. Oh, he chokeslammed me.
This is a skull cap stove.
Watch your head! God in heaven, you fight like the devil's stolen your bread.
I like bread,
You give
that's
them
why.
hard knocks yourself?
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger, was that it?
I will have dealings with any who can deliver a fair friendship with my Raven clan. If that is you, then all the better.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep things ordered and fair.
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on the tongue.
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of London.
Take me to your leader. I mean, I guess, right?
It is good to meet you, Reevestow. London sits on sturdy shoulders.
To be fair, I'm not the only Reeve. There are two of us now, and the governor to boot. We do our best in these times, wild as they are.
Take me to your governor, Stow. He sounds like a man worth knowing.
Right then. Station filled, flock shepherded, and off to Trigger we go.
Oh, we were gonna follow him anyway, but
What can I call you? Humbler of thugs? Dane Hammer?
I am Eivor of the Raven
Dane
clan.
Hammer.
We have a settlement to the north, just off the River Neen.
Well, I owe you a great debt, Eivor. You're a worthy ally.
So, this is London, a city built by giants.
So they say. She's an old place, as early as they come. But there's a mystery here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenwich. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are you?
No. No, I was raised by them.
man, everybody just flies to this place.
It turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless Reeve.
Well, it's Trigger who saw something in me. He judges not the circumstance of my birth. His two hands, left and right, on me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking horde put down in London for a season. 2 or 3 years back now, it must have been. It's through Trigger.
Wait.
Something's wrong.
Iron on the air. This blood is fresh.
These were good men. What's happened here?
Whoa. Holy crap. That's a lot of dead. Need the arrows, though. Come on, can I get the arrows? Oh, okay. I think they're specific ones.
No.
Oh!
3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
Oh Lord,
That's a lot.
deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
Jeez.
You've no need for outsiders, Stowe. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fetter those men, Stowe. It can't go on like this.
If this one had a head, you'd be calling him Trigger, yes? Your governor.
God above, the man is dead. Some respect, please.
We get along well, you and me.
You must be Erke, London's second reeve.
Erke Botel's son, yes I am. Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second reeve?
First in the Eastborough, and a man I trust with my life.
Stowe's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. He came to meet with Trigger, to seal the bonds of friendship with his clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trusting man, and I got him here.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left a
We're gonna do some tracking.
body there.
I'll have a look around.
Trigger had men with him at all times. How could the killers get through?
There must have been...
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of 3 such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I expect.
I like how they do that. That's pretty cool.
3 sets of footprints leave. 2 average and 1 massive.
Oh, they brought a chunky. Oh, more inside.
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Trigger's head from his neck.
Besides enough blood to repaint the city's faded bricks. No.
Oh, so he's talking to Uba. What'd I miss here? We got this one. We got the weapon. Something up.
Can't make head or foot of all this. I just can't.
Look at us, sitting on our laurels while Eivor does all the work.
What? Yeah, like what am I missing? Oh, there's something up top. How do I get up there?
I do not envy this man's death. Hang on. There's something in his hand. This was not Trigger's seal?
No, it looks Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this god for him to grasp it even in death.
Mayhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here. Trigger was shot where he sat. Probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attack took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards.
Zealots,
The killers
maybe?
were without fear. This killer was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets, heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by monikers. The Leech, the Arrow, the Compass. Signed by someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. It could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise, until we know more.
The Arrow is described as a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The Leeds hails
Probably
from
us, right?
Essex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the Compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
This temple is in plain sight? How far from where we stand?
It's the skeletal remains of a place of worship, just a stone's skip away.
Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next to fall if we don't resolve this sick fermentation of hate.
I've told you, this city answers to blood and power. We should serve as such.
I can't leave him like this. I need to.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stowe.
No. No, it should be me. I must ready him for judgment.
I understand. Only get some air from time to time. It reeks in here. Shall we, Broga?
He's brutalized, that guy, too. Alright, so...
To arms! Defend Trigger!
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this fatted mess. The temple is yours to explore, Eivor. It's to the east of here. I must wear my face for a time. Keep away! Keep away! The fight is over. Town hall will follow soon.
We can go explore the other stuff afterwards, but I kind of want to stay on task as best as I can.
Change their minds, I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. But Stowe seems a good man. I will trust his word.
On the entrance to the temple?
What see you, old friend?
I see it right there.
The Temple of Mithras. Well guarded for a tangle of old ruins. I need to find the entrance.
I guess we're going up top. Glad I didn't just walk in there.
I must be careful now.
Well, so much for being careful. See the entrance. Maybe I could just kind of sneak into the bushes or something. That's some really good perception, jeez. Who is behind the order? I don't know. We'll find out. Who isn't behind the fair? Fair. That is fair.
Tools for a surgeon, finely crafted. Like we found in the villa. And there's a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith.
Keep my eyes out for some loot, too.
The compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit.
Oh, so there's more here? Or... I already checked this out. Alright, so we gotta go over here, right? That was pretty easy to see. This big wooden wall. Oh, cool, loot. I'll take that.
messages between the Leech and the Compass. Healing, gutting. The Leech is a strange one, but the Compass calls the strikes.
Okay. That open, just in case.
I have got enough to go on for now. Erke and Stove must see all this. I see more bloodshed in London's future. At least Sunan will feast.
Was he just saying his bird will eat, even though there's gonna be problems? Okay, so I came down this way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now I gotta get my way.
I should be cautious.
Find my way back, I should say. Well. Alright, game. Relax. Jesus. Come here. Bring it. Come on. Have you seen my wolf? I've been wanting to use that. And Chewie's gone. Let's try not to attract any more attention if I can help it. And we're out of here. Let's see what these guys are up to in here.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Trigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in London.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Eivor, you bring good findings, I hope?
A few sheets of vellum. Notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they are called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's the purpose?
That would take some time to explain. But know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the Compass is the head. The arrow and the leech are his hands.
Pet names and secret orders. What a crock. We know anything we can act on.
I probably should have read those notes. I don't know.
The leech has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls, though I cannot say why.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately, but not thralls alone. Some of the missing we find again in several places, cut to pieces.
Good lord, Erke.
Oh, okay.
The arrow is a Dane who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests he is an archer.
I bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord among the Danes that shelter in London.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks, surrounded by other fighting men.
The arrow has orders from the Compass to recruit soldiers at a market in the west.
I know the very place.
And
The
you kind
Compass
of explain this.
He is mentioned often, but there's little to go on.
Said he was a Frankish captain, did you? To find him, we'd have to mark the ships that came and went along the Thames.
Captains are a transient sort. It may be he's far away, keeping quiet.
That may be, but would he scream if we cut off his hands?
Oh, you've a filthy mind for strategy.
Kill the arrow and the leech, then sit back and wait. Let the Compass come to us.
Alright.
Let us not waste any more time. We'll find the arrow and the leech. Killing both should drag the Compass back into port. So, I will catch you at the Western Market.
Count on it.
And I'll make for the quays. There's another few bodies there to fish out of the muck.
It could be the leech is back at work.
God be with us, friends. Go in his name, and be protected by him.
There's always like one big massacre area in Assassin's Creed. There's another gear piece. Some more skills. Points. Alright, so we gotta get... Let's finish off this tree if I can. I think we're good. Oh no, almost. Almost good. So I got the key. There's more gear. Hold on, I can do this the easy way. There's gear over there. A couple pieces over there and another key.
Won't be gentle if they spot me.
Wait, seriously? Really? We're doing this? Okay. Oh, jeez. Just minding my damn business, man. Okay, so one of these guys is a key, or there's another key. I know I saw it. Somehow in that building. Okay, so there's a door that I have to crack open. Haven't seen an opening yet. Oh wait, yeah, that's it right there, right? That's not, not the red siding. It's like just too high. The opening. How far back do I have to go? Serious? Maybe I gotta go from under it? Kinda weird. I don't see an opening yet. I was thinking it was like right on this window. There we go. There's multiple keys here. I gotta find a key for the chest. Hopefully this is it. This is the quarter house chest for maybe this piece of gear. And there's another one in the next building over. There's a key, apparently, like, right. We're fine. What's this one for? Another quarterhouse key. I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a lot here. Let me just, maybe we'll just stick to the quest right now. It's good that I'm picking up the, whatchamacallit, though.
What do you see?
The keys. Alright, let's keep going. God, this is wayfind, bro. I gotta make my way back down to... Damn, I wish I had a fast travel, but I don't. It's not really close enough, that's the problem. Like, I do actually have one, but it's not close enough that I would be helpful.